I bring to you on this episode a reflection on love as value response, which is inspired by Dietrich von Hildebrand. Today we're diving into one of the most beautiful and profound insights from a Catholic philosopher, Dietrich von Hildebrand. His understanding of love as a value response. This phrase might sound philosophical, or even some people it might sound abstract, but I tell you, it touches something deeply human, something we all long for, something we all recognize when we experience it, something we all wish we can choose easily, but it's not that easy to choose. Love is a choice, a decision that we make, so it doesn't come easily because of the tension between our human nature and the grace that God gives us to liberate us from ourselves. So I invite you to slow down for a moment and walk with me as we explore what this means, what it means to love as a response to value. Because love begins with seeing. You see, then you love. And seeing comes with value. And the value you attach to what you see makes love as a gift or as a burden, or makes us want to hold back that love or to give it freely with no conditions. For Dietrich von Hildebrand, love is not first a feeling or a need. It's not even a projection of our desires onto another person. Love begins with seeing. Seeing the other person's value, their goodness, their dignity, their unrepeatable uniqueness. Not the value we give them, not the value we invent or impose, but the value that is already there, placed in them by God. Therefore, love then is a response to the truth of who the other person is. That is why authentic love cannot be forced, cannot be imposed, cannot be bought. It cannot be manufactured. It cannot be reduced to chemistry or convenience. Love is awakened. It is stirred by the encounter with the beauty of another soul. Therefore, love is not a possession, it is reverence. For Dietrich von Hildebrand, he insists that when we truly love, we don't grasp or cling, we revere. We stand before the mystery of the person with awe or wonder. Think of Moses before the burning bush, with instruction or command, if you like, take off your sandals, for the place where you stand is a holy ground. Real love feels something like that. It senses that the other person's life is a sacred ground, a place where God has already been at work before even we arrived. This reverence protects love from becoming controlling, manipulative, or self-centered. It keeps love pure. It keeps love free. So love calls us out of ourselves, liberates us. When love is a response to value, it naturally draws us beyond our own ego. We begin to desire the good of the other person, not because it benefits us, but because they are worthy of good. We want them to flourish. We want them to be whole. We want them to become everything God created them to be. Therefore, Dietrich von Hildebrand says that love awakens in us a kind of holy readiness, a willingness to sacrifice, to give, to accompany, to suffer with, not out of duty, not out of guilt, but out of joy. Because the other person's good becomes mysteriously our own. Mysteriously our own. So love as value response and with the heart of God becomes the God is the perfect lover. Because God sees us as we truly are. He sees the value in us that we often miss. He sees the beauty beneath our wounds, the dignity beneath our failures, the goodness beneath our fears. And God responds. He responds with mercy. He responds with patience. He responds with a love that does not get tired, does not withdraw, does not give up. Dietrich von Hildebrand helps us to understand that God's love is not sentimental. It's not a feeling. It is rooted in truth. God loves us because he knows who we are, not what we are capable of doing, but who we are. That's the foundation of God's love for us. And he calls us to love other people with the same clarity, the same reverence, the same depth, the same conviction. So today, dear friends, let us take this be our reflection today. Who in your life is God inviting you to see more clearly? Clear all the biases, all the stereotype, all the anger, all the resentment. Who in your life, in my life, is God inviting us to see more clearly? Let's begin there. Because to see not through the lens of frustration or familiarity, but through the lens of value, the value he placed in them from the beginning of the world. And perhaps even more importantly, where is God inviting you to see your own value? What areas of your life have you compromised to be tolerated, to be approved, to be accepted? What area of your life, where is God inviting you to see your own value? To recognize that you too are worthy of love, not because of what you achieve, but because of who you are. Love as a value response is not just a philosophical idea. It is a way of living. It is a way of relating, interacting with one another. A way of seeing the world with the eyes of Christ. But we learn to love like that, to see like that, to respond in that manner. So I thank you for listening, and I hope you will share. Until the next time, I wish you to walk in love, to walk in truth, and to walk in the grace that makes all things new. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will share with friends and family, and probably subscribe so that we can present more of these reflections with you on this series. God bless you.